Still looking at me.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? How's it going? It's your boy, the Multitasker, and welcome back again to another reaction. Doing pretty good. Just been quiet lately on my day off, so it's just been restful. But anyways, it's time to get back on the grind because lots of requests that need to be taken care of for tonight, especially from EBF. And looks like he wants me to react of a title, which is a clip from the PBS channel, and it's called "Wait, Where Did Dubstep Go?" Really, that's the name of the title. And as you already know, I've been reacting to one of his songs from EBF, and the fact is, it's been such popularity, even Deadpool agrees about this. But the real question is exactly where did it begin? And to this day, it continues on. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. And without further ado, it's time to react.
Some people in the Stapleton neighborhood say what's happening over at Dick's Sporting Goods Park is not music to their ears. They say that two-day Bass Nectar concert literally rattled their homes late into the night.
At one point, dubstep was so big that Colorado residents thought a nearby Bass Nectar concert was an earthquake.
I thought it was an earthquake. I went outside and I looked and I realized it was bass.
We have to be neighbors and we have to be friendly neighbors. This was not a friendly event.
Dubstep shook the landscape of music in the early 2010s, but its viral success was followed by its viral disappearance. I'm gonna try to make my own dubstep track, but first, let's find out where dubstep came from and why it disappeared. The history of dubstep starts in the UK garage music scene of the 90s. UK garage music came from house music and features a 4-on-the-floor bass drum pattern and syncopated hi-hats and snares. DJs took the syncopation in garage a step further with a subgenre called two-step. In 1999, music journalist Simon Reynolds described two-step as a general rubric for all kinds of jittery, irregular rhythms that don't conform to garage's traditional 4-to-the-floor pulse. Essentially, two-step skipped over some of the 4-on-the-floor bass drum pattern and added other shuffled percussion to create a more erratic feel. Check out the off-kilter pulse in this two-step remix featuring the singer Sia. So two-step is where the step in dubstep comes from. But what about the dub? Dub originated in Jamaica in the late 60s. Artists like King Tubby reworked reggae instrumentals, making drums the focus of the track by raising the reverb, delay, and bass. I never heard just some people know. Now hold on. Before you get angry in the comments, I'm not saying dubstep came from Jamaica, but the way dub artists altered reggae instrumentals in the 60s inspired DJs in the late 90s to rework two-step tracks, creating dubstep. As dubstep pioneer Code 9 told Vice, the name made sense. There were aspects of dub that influenced dubstep. The most important was playing the instrumental versions of vocal garage tracks, which was a little like what dub was to reggae. The second was dub as a methodology, manipulating sound to create impossible sonic spaces using reverb, echo, and such. This early dubstep was more minimal than the dubstep we know today, but this minimalism provided room for variation in the future. Check out this early dubstep track by Burial, an artist on Code 9's record label Hyperdub. A breakthrough in dubstep came in the early 2000s thanks to two teenage DJs from England, Scream and Banga. Along with other London producers, they departed from the dark sound of early dubstep by incorporating elements of reggae, house, funk, and hip-hop. This more melodic sound found an audience outside of London, and with the help of online forums, spread around the world. The main ingredients are syncopated rhythms with a tempo between 138 and 142 BPM, a kick on the 1, and a clap or snare on the 3. But the defining ingredient is that wobbling bass line. The wobble effect is usually created by modulating the bass line with a low-frequency oscillator, or LFO.
So now that we got one brought up,
I'm the original YouTube student.
Go ahead and create a dubstep wobble from scratch, so we can use one of
Look at that. I'm right here. And what he do? He did this one.
analog song.
Y'all bear with me. Don't trip, because we about to get it.
20 minutes later.
Ooh.
SpongeBob.
Listen for the wobbling bass line in the song Midnight Request Line by Scream. By 2009, dubstep had taken hold in the United States, and artists like Skrillex and Bassnectar were creating their own versions of the genre by putting an emphasis on the build-up and bass drop. The bass drop consists of dropping out all percussion until near silence, and then resuming the song with a heavy sub bass wobble.
Yes! Oh my God!
This new version of dubstep earned the mocking term bro step due to its more aggressive fist-bumping sound. What was once the soundtrack for illegal raves in London was now being played in halftime shows and in cereal commercials.
Really?
New Weetabix chocolate spoon size.
Dubstep found its star moment in 2012 when Skrillex won 3 awards at the Grammys.
Hi, Sonny Moore, Skrillex.
Nice.
This is really crazy for me, man. Just a year and a half ago, I was making that song in my bedroom.
Soon after, pop heavyweights like Justin Bieber and Britney Spears began to include more electronic sound in their work as dubstep merged deeper into the mainstream. The DIY element of electronic music in the early 2010s made it accessible, but it also drew criticism from music purists. Computer programs like Ableton, with its presets and plugins, allowed anyone with a laptop to produce electronic music. Websites like Dubstep Forum, where audio programs were shared and pirated, helped amateurs break into the genre at a professional level. Eventually, artists reacted against the in-your-face sound of dubstep. The extreme nature of the music that originally made it appealing might be what pushed fans away. By 2013, dubstep started to break into other genres. Post-dubstep artists such as James Blake and Mount Kimby emerged as early as 2011 and feature songs with a slowed down tempo in the range of 130 beats per minute.
You ever know the limitations of a clone? They kept me on my road.
By 2016, the popularity of dubstep had declined, but it didn't disappear, it just transformed. Dubstep mixed with Atlanta trap to create EDM trap, which is still popular today. Other spin-off genres include filth, glitch, half step, chill step, death step, and drum step. Even the pioneers of dubstep began to distance themselves from the genre. Around 2012, Scream began playing music that was more informed by house, disco, and techno.
Last year.
I need it to be better than that, though. It gotta be like...
And we're gonna move this down to the sine wave. And we're gonna hit Control-click over it. And select number 14.
Ooh, what you talking about?
2 hours later.
This is the bass line right here.
2 hours later.
It's a sliding bass line, like this right here.
Okay. Oh shit.
That's the bass line. And then the melody would be this. I took different elements of dubstep, different ingredients from the list that we said earlier, and I just made it my own. I put it at 140 BPM. I used the wobble bass line, but I used it in the beginning, not in the ending. Made the wobble a part of the build-up, drop out, and then the full instrumentation at the end. I think it's a cool switch. I hope you guys enjoy it.
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, it is tough, but that was hard, man. But sweet. So, this is basically what it's known as the origin of dubstep. So, it was that popular back in, oh man, from the earliest years, from like all the way to the ending of the 2010. But even though they say that it died, but not really. So it did transform. It takes different types of steps, and still, death step. That is something I never heard of this. So I wonder who makes that, because there are a lot of dubsteps. So, but other than that, that was a pretty interesting information, the history. So yeah, I think that the main thing is that the bass, what basically that actually that brought the music to it, and somehow it just that creates earthquakes. Yeah, right. Well, I believe this is pretty much all I can say about this. So, EBF, thank you so much for this interesting information clip right there, and it is just an educational. So that's pretty much I'm going to end this video right now. So if you enjoyed this, let's leave it a likes and leave a comments down below. I'm Mighty Adventure signing out, and if you have any requested videos that you want me to react, I'll be more than happy to do so for the sake of entertainment and just doing my damn best. And I'll catch y'all in the next video. So peace out, everyone, and good night.